Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning, happy Friday. Let me go set up this room real quick and then we can get started. It's 6:16 right now, so we got about 14 minutes till market open. So we do have some time, but I'm gonna go ahead and just get all this set up real quick um, so that we can move along with this live session. Today's Friday, so today's gonna be a risky day to trade, obviously. I don't know if I'll be trading myself, but I will be looking for trades. If I see something that's really good, obviously I'll take the trade. If not, I'm okay with not trading today. So we'll see what goes on here. Once I get this all set up, I will send out the link for you guys to follow on the Zoom if you guys are here in the premium. So I'm gonna get that link right now, actually. There we go. All right, cool. Sent that link out. Sure, everyone is making their way in right now. All right, we'll give it a few minutes for people to make their way in. Once everyone makes their way in, then we can get started. All right, cool. Looks like majority of people are making their way in right now. It's 6:18 right now. We got about 12 minutes till market open. So we'll get started shortly. All right, everything looks good. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Joseph. Morning, everybody. Let's see who else is here. Morning, Adrian. Morning, Christopher. Morning, Randall. Morning, everyone. So guys, today's Friday. So today's going to be a risky day to trade. I don't know if I'll be trading today. I will be answering questions. I'll be looking for trades. So if I do see something good, obviously I'll take the trade. However, I'm fine with not trading today. So I'll be looking at the charts, to see if there's anything good. But, Fridays are usually not good days. So just FYI, if you guys don't need a trade, I don't recommend you guys trade today. But if you guys want to, you guys are always welcome to. Just remember to use proper risk and to protect your positions whenever possible. So today we had news at 5:30. We had retail sales, core retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index. This was negative. Retail sales were good. Import prices were negative. At 7 o'clock, we have preliminary UOM consumer sentiment, and then we have business inventories as well. So we do have some news today this morning. However, it's not too much, so it's not going to affect the market, from my perspective. At 7 o'clock it will, but the other ones probably won't as much. Let's see who else is here. Austin said you weren't on YouTube delayed yesterday. I was, Austin. If you go on the YouTube, I'm on YouTube every day, Austin. I don't miss any sessions. So I was actually on YouTube yesterday. We were on the stream. If you even pull up the YouTube here, it shows. So let me see. So Austin, if you go over here, this was yesterday. So it says streamed 1 day ago or 22 hours ago. So I was on the stream. I'm on the stream every day. There was 210 views yesterday, so I was there. You probably just missed it. So, there isn't a day where I miss. If I miss it, people are gonna panic, right? I've missed days before, but it was like due to internet connectivity issues. But I usually address it in the group, so I never missed a session unless it's like addressed. So, morning Peter, morning Rocky, morning Lisa, morning Essa, morning Matt, morning Funny. Morning, RJ. RJ said, looked like you had dreads at first. I need my coffee. No, exactly, RJ. It might have been because of my sweater, huh? Morning, everybody. All right, guys. So hopefully you guys had a great week so far. The week is about to end soon. We have this last day trading. Markets opening in about 9 minutes. So once we have that set, we'll be good. Oh, Jeff. Jeff, I need to change my name. It's Jeff. Yeah, I think you had that username before. Where Rocky come from? It's like a random name to have your username as, Jeff. Hey Terry, morning. Oh yeah, that's weird. I don't know, Austin. It showed up to everyone else. It was like the same amount of people that were here yesterday. So there's a lot of people that were here. So a little update, guys, for the YouTube stream. I'm gonna be doing that less. A lot of the mentors within K2 and the admins in K2, we all decided that we want to focus on people who are actually within K2. So the streams for the YouTube, they're still going to be posted later, but they're not going to be live streamed. They'll be posted after the live stream is over. So at the end of the day, it'll be posted if you guys want to watch the replay. But for the most part, that's going to be limited to maybe like twice a week instead of every day. So if you guys want to still continue to have access to the live stream, just sign up on the website to get access to it. This is just because of the distractions that have been coming up. I mean, you guys have known the distractions come and go. They're here, sometimes they're not. And it kind of sucks because a lot of the distractions come from a lot of the trolls that just come and bother people in the YouTube stream. So we've come to an agreement with me and the other K2 admins and the other K2 mentors within, basically the best traders within K2. They said that we should just be focusing on K2 members and on trading. So in the next coming weeks, we're going to only be posting the YouTube stream like maybe once or twice a week. So maybe there's going to be random days it will be posted. It's most likely going to be middle of the week, maybe Tuesday, Thursday, but I don't know, we'll change it up. The stream will still be available for you guys here in the Zoom. We're going to be doing the same stream every day, same time every day. The only difference is the people on the YouTube who aren't, part of the premium, they'll be getting it after. So if they want to see what happened during that day, they can watch it later. But we want to focus on you guys here in K2 who are already members. So, since you guys are here and you guys are members, we will be going to we'll be going to be focusing on your questions so that we can handle these as like mentoring sessions, right? Because I know we don't have as many mentoring sessions because nobody requests them, but I can focus on answering your guys' questions here because I want everyone here to be successful, right? My goal here is to make sure that all you guys are just as successful as everyone else in the group. And I want all you guys to be profitable. So in order for me to do that, I need to focus on the members who are already within K2. So definitely. Other than that, let me see. Morning, Al. Morning, everyone else. Let's see. Joseph said, question, Shawn, how far back would you recommend to view YouTube videos to study current software version for K2 indicators? I mean, you can go back as far as you want, Joseph. Nothing's changed. The same, like they still apply. If you're watching stuff from like 3 years ago, we're still using those indicators. This trend meter here was developed 3 years ago. So if you want to go back and watch those, you can go back to the very first live session. Before with live sessions, it was only these indicators. It was only the momentum indicator and the trend meter. So if you want to go back and watch videos 3 years back, you're still going to find videos that are still applicable because nothing changes. I never share things with you guys that aren't for sure working yet. Like if they're still temporary and in progress and they're for sure not going to work, then they're not going to be here on the live stream. I do that stuff on my own time, but everything that's streamed here on the live stream, everything here is pretty much work. So you can go back as far as you want. If you want to go back a year, 2 years, 3 years, it's up to you. It's really as much as you want to learn, but I think the main thing that you would want to watch would probably be the most recent ones to see what we're applying now. But everything still works. Like if you're still applying the intraday strategy, it still works here, right? We have momentum signal matches the trend meter. Still full TP. This is the very first strategy we applied like 5 years ago. Still works perfectly fine. So you can use this still. I mean, all the strategies still work. A lot of people always wonder if the old strategies work, and they work perfectly fine, right? There's 2 entries right here. Green, green, full TP. Green, green, full TP. Red, red, full TP, right? All the strategies still work. So, I mean, you can go back as far as you want, Joseph, but I mean, it's just really up to you which one you want to focus on. If you want to focus on what we're applying now, scalping, then obviously you should probably watch the more recent ones. But if you want to watch the old stuff from before, it still works as well. So you got 5 minutes till market open. Morning, Pablo. How's it going, bro? Morning, Abraham. Morning, Delmas. Morning, Miles. Morning, B. Let's see. So 62% short for, yeah, 62, 61% short right now. So we do have bullish bias for the retail sentiment. I'll look over the confirmation shortly. Let's see if there's any other questions here before we get started. Hey, morning, Professor. B's asking, would it not be a 1 minute scalp at 520? This right here, let me check what it looked like before over here. 520. I don't know if it would be, because looking at this right here, the 3 minute was below. So, you know, like when we look at the scalps, we look at the technical confluence. So if like it doesn't match here, if they're not all above the pivots, then I probably wouldn't have taken it. I mean, technically you could have taken it, but we use all the confluences. We use the technical confluence, we use the fundamental confluence over here, and we also use a retail confluence as well. So, and also there was news at that time, B, so we wouldn't have taken that trade anyways. There was news at 5:30. One thing that you guys have to keep in mind, like there's news going out throughout the day, guys. At 5:30 there was news, so I wouldn't have taken that trade because it was like right before the news event happened. That's probably why the spike happened. So as you can see right here, this was going up, and then as soon as the news happened right here, it spiked down. So something to keep in mind. B's asking, so you check if it close above all? Yeah, so I check the confluence on all the time frames, not just one. So I do check the confluence and also check the news. So something to keep in mind. In the future, I usually don't trade like 10, 20 minutes before news because I don't want to get caught on any spikes. All right, guys, so I'm going to close the chat right now. And I'm going to analyze US 30 before market opens. So right now for the 1 minute, we have a bullish bias. And the reason for that is because price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. Looking over here at the 3 minute, same situation, price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. Lastly, here on the 10 minute, price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green as well. So looking at these three time frames, we have a bullish bias for the technicals. Looking at the 1 hour, it's also bullish here. So we're looking for a possible buy here. Looking over at the fundamentals currently, futures data is currently up 229 points or 245 points. So it's very bullish as well. And the retail sentiment is currently 61% short. So everything's pointing towards a buy right now. What we need to wait for next is the market to actually open. Once the market opens at 6:30 in about 2 minutes, the actual market will be opening, and then we'll be getting the actual fundamentals as we get the numbers here. So everything's looking like a buy right now for the breakout, if we do take the breakout. But the problem with this here is that this is it's just way too clear, right? I don't like it when it's too clear, because when it's too clear, that means that it's going to open up room for manipulation. Also, price has been bullish since like yesterday, right? The entire day. You can see here, if you just back up, it's been bullish for a long time. So when it's overextended like this, it might be due for some sort of pullback or some sort of retracement or some sort of something, right? Well, market is opening in about 30 seconds. When the market does open, we'll confirm that, and we'll see whether we want to take the trade or not. But, this is something to be careful about, because you don't want to be entering a trade when price is being manipulated, especially on a Friday. So something to just keep in mind. But yeah, quick answer to your question too, Kenny. You would need to sign up to continue to have access to the live streams. Hey, Riga, morning. Yeah, it looks very overextended. All right, guys, market is now open. And as you can see right here, you see price starting to spike to the downside. This is exactly what I was worried about, because everything was pointing towards the upside. So as you can see, price is starting to drop. Let's look at the fundamentals right now. Fundamentals are currently up 224 points in the green. The entire stock index is pretty much all green right now. So looking at this right here, you can see price starting to dump, right? This is like clear manipulation. Price should not be dropping right now because the entire index is completely green. There should be no reason for it to be dropping at all. And this is why you guys want to be careful, especially on a Friday, because this is obviously some clear manipulation going on in the market. As price starts to spike down when it should be going up. So we'll watch it and we'll see what happens here. The fundamentals are still green. What I could see here is this is what's probably going to happen, guys. It's probably going to come down to fake people out, and people are going to chase this move, right? People are going to chase it, and then it's going to swing all the way back up. The reason for that is because the fundamentals are completely green. There should be no reason for it dropping at all right now, but it is dropping, obviously. You can see right here, it's all green. Looking at the daily average, it's currently up about 219 points. Looking at the futures data, it's currently up 244 points. Looking at retail sentiment over here, it's currently up 61 points, right? Or 61%. Looking at current price right here, it's still dropping. So what I would probably do is wait, let it drop, and then catch it as it swings back up. So I do expect it to swing back up eventually, because the fundamentals are completely green. There's no point. There's like really no reason for it to be dropping at all, right? Looking at this right here, it's still up 200 points. Stock index right here, fresh that, all green pretty much for the most part. Futures data all green, retail sentiment short. So we'll be watching it. Let me check the 3-minute over here. Obviously, we don't take the opening candle here. This is cool. I wanted to close with it like this with the sell signal so that we can take the buy on the following signal if that becomes the case. So I do want this to close here because we don't take the opening candle. And I'll put the requirements here for these strategies as well. So let's see. All right, so here are the requirements for these strategies here. It doesn't look like we're going to be having that breakout, but we'll leave it up for a little bit temporarily until we we figure it out whether price is going to swing back up or not, because it should be swing back up, but we'll see. We'll be waiting for it. I'll keep going back to the fundamentals just to see, because obviously, we want to see if there's anything good that appears here. Let's see if there's any zones above here. Closest zone is going to be right here. Yeah, so no entry off the snipe. And then off the daily right here. But I don't recommend taking the daily on Friday, because the thing is you want to be in and out of this position before you want to be in and out of it before the market closes. Today it might not close before. All right, cool. So looking at this right here, we would be looking for a buy signal. If you get a buy signal here on the 3-minute, then that would be an entry for the daily strategy that we've been testing out this week. Just a reminder, guys, this is you guys can see it says unfinished in progress. This isn't an official strategy yet. We're still testing this. This is a strategy that one of the K2 members brought up to us and he's been using for a while, our member Deswell, and he's been profiting off this every single day. So that's why we started testing it out. But just keep in mind, this is a risky strategy because it's not official yet. We haven't tested it as much. We're currently forward testing it to see how it works. If it works well, then obviously we'll start using it. But yeah, there's no breakout. So I'm gonna close this out right here. There's no breakout available. It's already 6:35, shortly in about 20 seconds. So there's not going to be any breakout for us to take right now. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to line up these highs and these lows so that we can identify if we can catch any of these high-low scalps, or if we can catch any of these 1-minute pivot scalps as well. Technically right here, this would have been a 1-minute pivot scalp, but obviously we didn't take it because we were looking for a buy. So looking at this right here, you guys can see that this would have hit TP, for whoever caught it. Obviously we didn't catch it, but it would have hit TP right there for whoever did catch it. Going over to the fundamentals, let me refresh this, make sure it's still high. It's still 217 points in the green. Looking at this right here, Dow adds 200 points following earnings beat, surprise retail sales gain. So they released this news event right here, but when that happened, price came crashing down. It did the complete opposite. So you guys want to be careful when following up on these breaking news events that are actually late. All right, so here on the 1-minute, we have this pending signal right here. I mean, technically this would be a 1-minute scalp for a buy, but I'm not going to be taking it. And the reason for that is because this candle is too big, right? It's just like almost a 500 pip candle right there. What might be due after that is some sort of retracement before it comes back up. So I would be careful if you guys want to take something like this, or if you guys want to take a specific trade. I mean, obviously it's very volatile, so it's possible to catch some profit off this, but I would be waiting a little bit. So this would have hit TP again right here as well. Would have been a nice TP, but I'm not trying to get caught in these fake outs right now, especially on a Friday. So There again, that would have been a full TP using the pivot scalp strategy. Basically, you're looking for a valid K2 momentum signal. We have a valid buy signal right here. You want to confirm prices above the pivots for a buy. Right here is above the pivot. So obviously you would have taken that buy. You entered on the open the falling candle for 100 pips right there, full TP immediately after the move has happened. So there's another entry that would have been available right there. However, you can see here how it's spiking back down. This is what I didn't want to get caught in, because when it moves big like this, it has to retrace to some extent, right? This could have ended horribly if I took the trade. That's why you guys got to be very careful with which trades you decide to take, which trades you decide to hold off on. So as you can see, price is just bouncing back and forth. All right, I'll make that a little tighter. Yeah, I mean, we're still anticipating that push to the upside. So we'll see what happens shortly. Let me see if I can get this set up right here. Yeah, pretty much looks all right for the most part. But yeah, just looking at current price right now, it's just bouncing back and forth, right? We're currently in a range now. So price broke out this way, came right back down. And then now here we are just bouncing back and forth. And actually right here, see this price point right here? If you guys remember what I did yesterday, I usually mark up where market open, right? So this is the opening price right here, and price did exactly what it did yesterday. You can see how price spiked down right here. And then when it came right back up, it tested it. And usually when that happens, it'll do one of two things. It'll bounce off it, or it'll break above and continue pushing up higher, right? And look what happened here. Price came up, bounced off the opening price, and it came right back down. So as you guys can see, if you guys have been learning from like what I've been explaining like pretty much every day, same patterns repeat itself. Like this pattern right here, it did the same thing yesterday, it did the same thing the day before. It always does the same thing. That's something to keep an eye on. And that's another reason why I wasn't thinking about entering this trade here, because it was so close to it. So, just something to keep in mind if you guys are curious. So other than that, let's see if there's anything else here that that we're missing. Nothing currently. No entry on the 1 minute, no entry on the 3 minute, no entry on the 10 minute, no entry on the daily. So there's no entries available right now. Obviously, we're just waiting for an entry to appear. But currently, we're just being patient for that opportunity to hop into the trade, obviously. So applying this high-low strategy, we need price to break and close above here. If it breaks and closes above here, then we can take that buy for a quick little scalp. Vice versa, if price closes down here with the sell signal, then we'll be looking for a sell. Currently, right now, we're just going to be waiting for that confirmation that we don't have yet. Let's see, this touched right here, 1, 2, 3. We actually need 1 or 2 more candles before we can decide to take that buy there when it does appear. So something to to keep in mind. Nice. So Eunice over here just sent his profits for the day. He's up 425. Nice work, Eunice. So as you guys can see, I haven't taken any trades, but a lot of people here are still taking trades themselves and locking in profits. Paul over here too. Paul took the buy right here. He said pre-market to kick off Friday. So Paul over here also made a win right there, pre-market. Nice work, Paul. All right, cool. All right, so there's no entry available yet, but we're waiting for it. Once we get it, we can take it. But currently right now, there's nothing available to take. It's 6:40 right now. As we get closer to 7, it's going to get riskier, guys, because we do have news coming up at 7 o'clock. So, things to keep in mind, guys. Keep in mind news all the time. Keep in mind that the fundamentals here, they're all still pretty bullish. But we do have news coming up at 7. It's going to be the preliminary UOM consumer sentiment, which is it's probably going to affect the market. Let's see what they're predicting. There's actually no forecast, or actually there is. So they're forecasting it to be positive, but I mean, we'll see what happens once it actually comes. All right, so if price closes below here, this technically would be a sell scalp using the high-low strategy. However, I don't think I would take this for a sell scalp. And the reason for that is because the fundamentals are so strong to the upside. I would never go against fundamentals, right? If the fundamentals are green, I'm looking for a buy. If retail sentiment is short, I'm looking for a buy as well. So everything here is pointing towards a buy. I'm not going to fall for this trap here because this might be, and it didn't even close below here. So it didn't close below here. And also this candle right here tested this low, right? So this is no longer the low. The new low is going to be right here. So we move that down lower. There's no entry there, but you can see how much of a fake out that could have been, right? If you weren't patient and you didn't wait for it to close above here, then you probably would have taken this trade and it would have spiked right back up on you. And that's why you guys got to be patient, wait for the actual entries and not just enter any random trades. Because if you enter any random trades, you're going to get caught in these fake outs. So, you know, be careful, be aware of your chart analysis, and just make sure to wait for candles to close. Your candle close is going to be your confirmation. You don't want to wait for it to be moving around, because if you wait for it, you know, that can be the difference between you making money and blowing an account. So just keep that in mind. And this is another risky strategy that I started to work on as well. I haven't really told anyone, but basically when you see a pattern like that, that's usually a reversal pattern where it touches and it bounces off. So what I've been doing, playing around with, is I've been taking trades in the opposite direction when it spikes back up. Because this is a quick 10 pips right here. Imagine that you catch that, it reverses back up, quick 10 pips, in and out. That's like $1,000 profit. Because that's what you do, right? When price gets close to these specific points, one of two things are going to happen. Your trade's either going to happen or it's not going to happen, right? If it's not going to happen, you can trade the opposite way, but that's more of an advanced way to trade. You know, I have a lot of tricks that I do. I've been trading for 11 years, guys. You guys know how long I've been trading. So I know all these little tricks that I can do to catch like little profits here and there, even when it's not applying the strategy. It's basically doing the opposite of the strategy, because that's what we anticipate to happen. However, I don't recommend anyone do that until you're like really experienced and really well-versed in what we're applying here. Because as you guys can see, my accuracy is really high because I technically know what's going to happen next. Because if I'm looking for something and those confirmations haven't happened, then the opposite's probably going to happen. That's what I do. I hop into the opposite really quickly. But again, like I recommend, that's something that you guys should not be doing until you actually learn the basics first. Once you guys get the basics, then you can play around with it and you can figure out other patterns that play around. But that's something that I'm also that I've been playing around with sometimes, because sometimes you guys will see profits on my profit statement, like when I show you guys my profits, and you probably don't know what trade I'm taking, right? Because there's so many strategies we can apply. Sometimes there's just little intricacies when I take those opposite trades. If I see something that's really good, like for example here, the fundamentals are all green, right? So I said, even if we got to sell there, I wouldn't have taken it because I don't go against fundamentals. If I'm looking for a buy here and I see an opposite move, obviously, you know, I'm going to take that trade. I didn't take it here because we're on the live session. I didn't want you guys to hop into it. Because there's a couple people in here who don't really like follow directions. When I say not to enter a trade, they enter it. And if they hear a click on my MT4, they enter the trade right away. So that's why I didn't take the trade myself. But I was anticipating that right there if it failed to break and close below it. So let's see if there's anything else right here. It's 6:44 right now. It's getting closer to 7. As it gets closer to 7, I'm not going to be trading because, you know, obviously there's news coming up and I don't want to be caught in trading during a news event. So I'm not even sure if it's restricted, but I don't really care because I'm not going to trade it anyways. So, you know, just be careful. What the last thing you want to do is lose your account, like your funded account, because you traded during one of the restricted times, news and or over the weekend. I just saw C6 message right there. Yeah, I don't know, C6. Probably. Yeah, no, if you guys see the Zoom message, C6 said, is trading okay? No, his laptop cam is on through this entire time. It's kind of like how I forgot who else, like a couple of weeks ago, someone was on the Justin was on. So Justin was on the live stream and he was like brushing his teeth the whole time without clothes on, and a couple of people noticed it. All right, so we're still looking for this right here, guys. This hasn't touched the line here yet, right? So if this line touches, if this wick touches the line or something, then this is not going to be valid anymore. So for example, right here, this candle has touched this line, right? If this candle doesn't close above here, because this can still be valid as long as this candle right here closes above here. If it closes above here, it's valid and that would be an entry. However, if it spikes down like it did right here, then this is no longer the high. We got to wait for the next high. So just something to keep in mind. This candle has about 30 seconds left on it. So if it closes above here, then it's going to provide for an entry. Vice versa, if it doesn't close above there, then we would have to establish a new high and wait for the next one. But obviously you can see prices just bouncing back and forth. It's currently ranging right now between this low and this high right here. And something to, just be aware of. This candle is going to close in 7 seconds. So if it closes in 7 seconds, there's going to be no entry available. All right, there's no entry. This tested this high here. So this is now going to be the new high. It's pretty much the same thing, but it just moved on to the more recent one. So this is now currently the current high. All right, guys, so I'm going to look through the Zoom real quick, see if I missed any questions. I'll answer questions right now because the news is coming up shortly. We have news at 7 o'clock. So there just isn't anything for us to enter right now. This is typical for a Friday. You guys, if you guys have been trading with me for a while or just trading in general, you guys know that Friday is a risky day to trade. Market isn't really moving smoothly. It's kind of just going back and forth. Also, everything is super one-sided. Everything is one-sided right here. This just means that, the market's charging up for a bullish move. So something to be wary about, because you guys can see here, the entire stock index is pretty much green. Cisco is down 0.05, Nike's down 0.07, Microsoft's down 1.1. It's not very much, right? So it's very small. Futures data is currently up 218 points. Looking at the retail sentiment, it's currently up 61%. So everything's pointing towards a buy right now, but it just hasn't made that push to the upside. So let me go and see if there's any questions here before I continue on. Let's see. Dijon said I had to check and make sure my camera was off after that. Can't get caught lacking. It was funny. I mean, there was another guy before too. I forgot who it was. It was like one of the members. He was just sitting there in his underwear. Everyone was just watching his screen. You can spotlight someone's screen. I forgot who it was. But yeah, just, I mean, it's okay. We don't care if you guys have your videos on, but it's just, we just want to make sure that you guys are aware because it's happened before a lot of times. Let's see. All right, let's see if I missed anything else over here. Yeah, and CSUC also confirmed there's another Fed meeting later today. So looking over here, later today at 9 o'clock, we have Fed member Williams speaking. So today's just not a great day to trade. I mean, it's an okay day to trade, but it's not a great day to trade. Yeah, FOMC is the Fed. So basically the Fed here in the US, they're going to talk about the economic, things going on within the world relating to the US. And obviously that's going to affect the market. If you guys saw the market a couple of days ago, it like spiked price directional. So something to be careful of. Abraham said, Shawn, would it be risky to place a buy stop on the top of a few pips above the highest candle? Yeah, it'd be very, very risky, Abraham, because this could happen right here. Right here, price would have sell stop and it would have went complete opposite. So I would never recommend you do that. That's Zachary's asking, what is the best place to follow news? So for me, Zachary, I use FOREX Factory for the scheduled news. So all the scheduled news is here. For breaking news, I use CNBC because we already have it open. So I always have it open right here. So whenever there's breaking news, it'll come up right here on the top, and then it'll let me know when something's going on. As you guys can see right here, all of the indexes are currently bullish right now. The Dow Jones is up 235 points, S&P is up 21 points, Nasdaq's up 41 points, and the Russell 2K is up 26 points. So everything's pretty much bullish right now, but it doesn't look bullish on the chart, right? Just looking at the chart right here, it's literally just going sideways, and it's just bouncing back and forth. So this is something that you want to be careful of, because if everything's bullish, why isn't price going up, right? Because it's supposed to. It's basically just charging up. I think it's going to keep ranging sideways before it either spikes up really heavy or it spikes down. I think it just depends on where the retail traders are sitting until they spike price, because they're just charging it up right now. They're basically churning the retail traders, right? You can see the number over here is still the same, 61% short. If this number was like 65, 66, maybe 70% short, then you can probably see a push to the upside. But right now, currently, there's nothing really happening, even though the market should be pushing to the upside. Like everything is pointing towards a buy. The technicals are a buy, fundamentals are a buy, futures data is a buy, Stock index is all green. Retail sentiment short. It should be going up, but it's not. So just be careful because you guys don't want to get caught in this manipulation. Odds are price is probably going to get manipulated at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would technically be the new high. I mean, if this right here established as the high, then this would have been an entry right here, but it just, it adjusted because it broke past it. So this is going to be the new high. Now we got to wait for about 4 or 5 candles after before we can take this as a trade. I mean, technically, if we continue to keep this as a high right here, I mean, this would technically be an entry, but as you can see, it is still a bit, it's still a bit risky. And the news is coming up at 7, so I don't recommend anyone take the trade here. But yeah, for purposes of identifying the high, this is now the high. And the reason why this didn't become the high over here was because it was at the same exact price. It needs to be higher than this specific price in order for it to be the high. Other than that, let's see. Let's see. Austin's asking, can you trade US 30 on TD Ameritrade? Yes, you can, Austin. On TD Ameritrade, you would be using YM or MYM. So depending if you want to trade the micro or the mini, those are the two symbols for US 30. It's just trading the actual future, which would be, if you want to trade how we're trading here, these are mini lot sizes, it'd be YM. If you want to trade the micro with the smaller account size, it would be MYM. Let me scroll down a little bit, see if I missed anything. Okay, yeah, so this would technically be the 3-minute scalp over here, or the 3-minute daily entry for whoever wants to enter it. I don't think I'd be entering myself, but I mean, I'll follow it with you guys. Maybe I'll enter it for like a late entry. But yeah, technically this would be the daily entry for if anyone wants to take it. But it needs to close. You got to make sure it closes with that signal there. If it doesn't close with the signal, it's not going to be an entry at that point. It doesn't look like there's going to be an entry. There's no green buy signal right there. There needs to be a green buy signal in order for for that to qualify. Let's see. Yeah, no entry there. So no entry off that. You need that to close with the buy signal in order for you to take this as an entry using the daily strategy. So something to keep in mind. Yeah. However, the news is coming up shortly at 7, so I probably wouldn't be taking that. Actually, I'll check if it's restricted. Let's see. Yeah, if this closes here, then it would be called, it would, and just keep in mind, guys, I got to keep reminding you guys that this strategy is still a testing, like we're still testing it. So there's nothing official about it yet, but it is something to look at. So I just looked up FTMO, guys. It's not restricted, so you guys can trade the news. However, I personally don't trade the news anyway, so I'm not going to trade it myself. However, it's not restricted. So say if you accidentally enter a trade at 7, it's fine. You're not going to get in trouble for it. But your account might get in trouble for it, meaning you might lose the trade, right? So it's not against FTMO's policies to take a trade right now, but it might be risky for your account if you decide to take a trade around 7. So just keep that in mind, guys. It's all personal preference. If you guys are okay with the risk, then completely fine. Maybe you can lower your lot size. However, FTMO is fine with you trading at 7. All right, new high established right there. Thierry's asking, what did you say this is code for DJ futures? It's YM or MYM. So depending on if you want to trade the mini, it's YM. If you want to trade the micro, it's MYM. So here, I'll just put it there. YM or MYM. All right. Let's see if there's anything else here. I don't see anything else here. So if this closes invalid, obviously it's not going to be an entry. It needs to close as a valid signal using this strategy right here. So we'll be following it. I'm kind of curious to see what happens when the news is released, because sometimes market makers and institutions use news to spike price. That's just another tool that they use to have an excuse to spike price one direction or the other. So see what happens here. So I'll be following it, guys. Just like I mentioned, I'm probably not going to take it right away. I will be following it. Reason why I don't want to take it right away is because of the news coming up at 7. Because the last thing I want to do is enter a trade and then hit 7 and it moves complete opposite, which is, you know, can happen. So there we go. And I'll mark it up if it is closed or and whatnot. So 3, 2, 1. So mark this up right here. 3-minute daily. Now, I'm not in position, guys. So, you know, just FYI, this is an at-risk trade. If you guys want to take it, reason I'm not taking is because news is coming up shortly at 7. So definitely something to, you know, keep in mind. But we'll follow it and we'll see what happens here. But, you know, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a risky trade. What I might do is I might wait for the news to pass. Once the news passes, maybe I'll put a buy stop right there and I'll just catch it as it swings up. Or maybe I'll put a buy stop right now. I'll put a buy stop order right here at the entry point so that when it does swing up, if and when it does, it'll trigger my order and I'll just be in the trade and I'll just catch the TP. Because I do think it's going to come up because we're looking for a buy here anyways, right? We're looking at the fundamentals. Everything here is bullish. So everything here indicates that price is going to go up. The only thing that I'm worried about is that it's going to spike down before it does go up, which is what's been happening today. There's been a lot of spikes back and forth, right? And that's the main reason why I'm like wary about taking any trades right now, because we do have news coming up shortly, but I do see it going up with time. It's going to eventually go up. It's just, you know, when is it going to go up? That's the thing. So we'll see what happens here. So for this right here, I'll put a buy stop. I'll just catch it as it swings up. If it goes up, it goes up. If not, it doesn't. So see what happens. And I'll probably do it with a small lot size too, just to like chase it with you guys, like we did on what was it, Monday or Tuesday. Because in this case, if it's a risky trade, you know, and I want to be in it, I just want to follow it. I'll take it with a small lot size, so I'm not really risking too much. If I take a one lot, I'm only risking about 500 versus, you know, the 5,000. If I decide to take it. Let's see this real quick. All right, news is being released in about a minute. Let's refresh this over here. All right, so news is about to be released shortly. Let's see what it's looking like. Hasn't refreshed yet. All right, so it's currently now in profit. It's pushed up, currently in profit. Let's see what happens here. News is being released in about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Let's see what happens with the news over here. Refresh this. It was negative news. It was negative news, but this doesn't mean that price is going to drop. Price can actually do the opposite. Even if it's negative, it might do the opposite and push to the upside. That's why I don't like trading news, because it's just, you know, it's just manipulation. Because what they'll do is they'll see where people are trading, if they're buying or selling, and then they'll just spike it the other way. So yeah, looking at this right here, it's still around entry point. Looking at the futures data over here, the daily is currently 306 points. So the daily continues to push up higher, giving us more reason for us to anticipate a push to the upside. Looking over here at the actual stock index is pretty much all green as it was the entire morning. The only difference is that, you know, there's like one more stock here that's red, which is Cisco, but they're not very down. It's currently up 0. I mean, it's only down like less than a point. These 3 stocks, Nike, Salesforce, and Cisco, are only down less than a point. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But for the most part, Microsoft is the only one that's really down, and it's only down 1 point. So it's not a huge difference there. Looking at retail sentiment, it's currently 60% short. It looks like a lot of people are out of the market already. for the day so far. So yeah, and the reason for that is because it's still at 60%, right? This hasn't moved much since market open. With that said, that just indicates that a lot of people are just either they have their position sitting or they're already pulled out of the market for the weekend, which could be one or the other. All right, let's see if there's anything else over here. I think that's it. Yeah, looking at the 3 minutes, still pushing up in profit. I mean, it's just like right there. We'll see what happens in the next couple of minutes. So if you guys do have questions, drop your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know what else to go over today. This is the only trade that I can see happening right here. 1, 2, 3. This was actually an entry that was available right here. We missed it. It's okay. The new high is now above here because we were following the 3 minute. And a lot of people keep asking about this indicator. The indicator I'll try to get it out to you guys as soon as possible, right? I'm still working on it. It looks pretty fine so far. I don't think there's anything that really needs to be changed for the most part. But I mean, it looks fine so far, right? I don't really see much different that needs to be changed. So we'll play around with it. And then if there's anything else that needs to be changed, obviously we'll make adjustments, but I think currently right now it looks pretty much okay. We've been forward testing it for a couple weeks now, and it looks pretty much all right for the most part. All right, let's see if there's anything else over here. Nice. Dre's trading the futures over here. He's in profit about 232 right now. Nice work, Dre. So yeah, Dre actually trades the futures. So he trades pretty much the same thing we're trading, except he does it on the futures. So if you guys want to trade futures, Dre is one of the members here who actually uses it. So definitely nice work right there, Dre. Looking at Roman over here. Roman is currently up 2,149. So nice work right there, Roman. Looks like he was trading Ethereum, US 30, gold, and some more US 30 down here. So a total of 2,149 profit for the day over here for Roman. So yeah, if you guys have profits you guys want to send over, feel free to send them over. Otherwise, it's all good. I don't think a lot of people traded today anyways, because today was just a risky day to trade, all together. Looking over here, Narith over here sent his profits. He locked in a total of, let's see, 3,000, 8,000, like well over 10,000 for the day right here for Narith. So definitely great work right there, Narith, with your trades. Yeah, you caught some bigger ones down here. This is like from market open. So you took the sell-off market open and a couple buys, which all spiked up to like some nice profit moves. So great work right there, Narith. All right, other than that, let me see if there's anything else. If you guys have questions, feel free to drop your questions. I'll keep hanging on the session for a while to see if there's any other questions. I mean, if there's not very many questions that come up, then, we might just have to wrap up the session because today's Friday. Last thing I want to do is get tempted to enter into these risky trades. You guys know how risky it is on a Friday. So I don't necessarily want to be trading when the market's going to keep tempting me to FOMO into these trades, right? Because I'm sure you guys have felt that before where you guys FOMO into trades all the time. And that's the worst part, especially on a Friday. If you FOMO into a trade on a Friday, I've seen people who have been $10 away from getting funded on FTMO, but then they want to FOMO in a trade on Friday. They go heavy lot size and then it reverses on them completely and they end up blowing the account. And they're only $100 away from passing their FTMO. So, something to keep in mind, guys, if the market isn't giving you what you need, it's best to just sit out the market or to just call it a day. So that's just, that's just my 2 cents for you guys, depending on however you guys want to trade or however you guys want to manage your positions for Friday. The 3 minutes looking good so far. So it's pushing up right now as we speak. So I'll keep watching this and I'll see if there's any other questions here for me to answer while we, while we go through with this. We have a question here from Ye. Ye is asking, what's the difference with futures and the regular? So the difference by regular, are you referring to the indices? I'm anticipating that you're referring to the indices, right? Yeah. So futures data just doesn't have the number after, right? If you're trading US 30 on your Forex broker or whatever broker you're using, there's extra numbers at the end because it's doing in percentages, right? Pips just stands for points in percentage. So if you're trading pips, you're going to have 2 more numbers behind these. Futures just uses whole numbers. So there's not really much of a difference. It's just that pips have smaller moves. So the indices and the futures are just, they're the same thing. They mirror each other, but they're based off the futures. Futures are the raw data, while indices are, it pretty much just copies the data over, and then they break it into like smaller little values that you can trade out. But it's pretty much the same thing. Not really much different. So looking at this right here, currently pushing up real nice. So I'll stay on this session and we'll just, I mean, we'll keep watching this and see what goes on from here. Oh shit, I just realized that I'm in the position. I'm in profit about 4,000 right now, guys. I forgot that I had that buy stop right there. Here, I'm gonna move my stop loss in profit. 35. I totally forgot I had that buy stop there. So, okay, I just hit my TP. So I made 5,000 off that trade right now. What the fuck? I forgot that I had the buy stop. Okay, so full TP off this right here, guys. What the hell? How did that even happen? I totally forgot that. And it was a full lot size. So I had the, I actually took a full lot size because I forgot to set it. As you can see right here, I had this set up right here at 10 lot. I thought I had it at 1. I had a buy stop there. And I just saw, because I saw my MT4, I was like, why is there lines on my chart? And it was because it was reaching my TP. You know, when it reaches your TP, it starts to turn green on your screen. So it was like, it was tipping my TP and then it just triggered it. So, well, I guess I made 5,000 off that trade. And like I said, guys, you know, it was a risky trade, but we did anticipate it to come up because the futures, fundamentals, everything was pointing towards the upside. So I was like, it's going to have to hit at some point. But yeah, no, I mean, I hit full TP off that. So let me take a screenshot of that. Okay, I guess we're closing this Friday on a really, really good note because I actually hit a TP off that. Yeah, no, that's awesome, dude. Oh man, this is like, it's nice. It's a nice state to let's see if I can take a screenshot of this. I mean, I got this new iPhone. This new iPhone is pretty cool, but I don't know how to use everything on it. I'm still kind of confused as to like how all these buttons work. I think this is good. All right, so let me take a screenshot of that. These are the best profits when you don't realize that you took the trade, but you did, and then, man, that's nice. Okay, cool. So, and it took it on the copier too. That's even better. All right, this new iPhone's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have seen this is the iPhone Pro Max or whatever. Yeah, I guess the Pro Max. It's a huge phone. So I have to use both of my phones. I have to use both of my hands to actually take a screenshot now. All right, let me see this. What if these like, there's like special buttons here now on the new iPhone. I don't know what they do. All right, whatever. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it and I'll send it to you guys. So let me just take a screenshot of this as well. So I think this is it for my session. If you guys do have questions, you know, drop your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I will give you guys a little update for this here. All right, looks like a lot of you guys did profit off that. I just see, I saw all of the profits right here. So let's see. All right, looks good right there. And let me send my profits in for you guys too. Man, I'm still kind of shocked that I was in that position and I didn't even know I was in the position. Okay, so as you can see right here, I have 2 accounts, you know, my copier and whatnot. So right here, I have my, this is my main account. That's why it's green here, because it hit my TP. It turns green when you hit your TP. So I had a TP set automatic. I made 5,150 off that trade. And then my copy over here copied. So I'm up like 10K for the day, which is not bad for accidental. Well, I wouldn't say it's an accidental trade because I did say I was going to set it. Remember, I was like, oh, when price is down here, I was like, oh, I'm going to set a buy stop. And if it comes up and hits GP, then it's cool. And that's basically what I did. I set the buy stop there. It triggered it. I got in and then I got out once it hit TP. So don't get greedy, guys. You know, this is why I have a TP set right there for reasons like this. So, all right. So nice profit off that 3-minute daily entry at K2 US 30 daily entry. I'll put a laughing face. Only you guys will know why I'm laughing at this because this was just it was a trade that I wasn't expecting, but who cares? Can't complain about profits. So let me just send this to the rest of the group here. There we go with that. Oh man, what a great way to end the weekend. I was going into the weekend like, man, I didn't take any trades today. I'm like all bummed out. And then I look and I'm like, oh, actually made some pretty good profit today. So let me just see everyone's profits over here. Owen took the trade too. He has some buys here, locked in a total of 1,632. Nice work, Owen. My cousin Jose here, Andy, locked in a total of 2,406. Nice work, Jose. And you must be getting funded soon because it looks like you're about to pass your thing. You've been consistent with your profits, Jose. Let's see, Ellis over here locked in a total of 725. Nice work, Ellis. He had a couple losses right there, just a couple, right? He had a 1-2 loss. Looks like this might have been an accident. Everything here was straight win. So definitely great work right there, Ellis. And Ellis said, I'm being accountable. What a surprise. See, the more accountable you be, Ellis, the better you get, right? Because you have, you know, you can't make mistakes. And that's why I go on these live sessions every day. A lot of people ask me, they're like, Shawn, why do you go on these live sessions? Like, I can't believe you use your time to just go help people and answer questions and trade at the same time. And the reason I do that is because you guys keep me accountable, right? I can't make mistakes on these live sessions. If I make one mistake, you guys are gonna be on my ass. So for me, it's like, I have to be on my top, I have to be on top of my game every time I go on these live sessions. And that's why I do this every single day. Because the thing is, I don't want to make mistakes. You guys make me a better trader just as much as I make you guys a better trader, because I can't make mistakes and this makes me a better trader every single day. So thanks to you guys for that. Because the thing is, if I was trading by myself, I could make all these mistakes and not like, I wouldn't take responsibility for them, right? I'll just be like, oh, that was just an accident or whatever. But now that I'm here with you guys, it's like, I can't make any mistakes. If I say I'm going to do something, I got to do it. Because if I don't do it or if I lose a trade, you guys are going to know that I lost that trade. I can't just lose a trade and then go hide and not tell anybody I lost a trade. I have to, man up to my moves. So that's exactly why I go on these live sessions, because people ask me that every day. And, it does blow my mind too, because I do get distracted, but it's more beneficial than it is harmful. So Romano over here made a total of 2,203. Nice work, Romano. My cousin Andy over here, Jose, made a total of 1,487. Nice work, Jose. Albert over here locked in a total of 2,524. Nice work, Albert. And you guys can see these are all different people. It's not just like one or two people. There's like hundreds of people here sending in the profits every single day. Clyde over here locked in a total of 1,969. And these are all different people: Clyde, Jose, Albert, etc. Sisuk over here locked in a total of 1,525. Nice work, Sisuk. His other account, he locked in 1,376. Nice work right there to Sisuk. Roman over here locked in a total of 1,725. Great work, Roman. And this is why it's key that you guys are in the group, right? Because if you guys are in the group, everyone helps each other out here. Everyone makes each other accountable. Everyone here makes everyone, do their best. So it's a huge difference if you guys are in the group and if you guys aren't in the group, because you're going to have all the support here of other people on the same track as you, trying to be a profitable trader. So looking at this right here, Sisuk locked in a total of 1,795 on this account as well. His other account, 1,584. Great work, Sisuk. Alkin over here locked in a total of 5,537. Great work, Alkin. Sisuk over here doing the matrix, and Narith over here locked in quite a bit, about a little over 10,000. It's a lot. Maddie over here locked in a total of 639. Nice work, Maddie. Dejan over here locked in a total of 2,466. Nice work, Dejan. Brian here locked in a total of 5,059. Great work, Brian. Nice consistency, Brian. I know every day you're killing it every single day. Clyde over here, 3,304. Nice work, Clyde. Looks like you had a little accident there. $3 loss. Everything else was a win. That might have been an accidental open close. Patrick over here locked in a total of 3,014. Great work, Patrick. And, just another reminder, these are all different people, guys. Brian, Dijon, Maddie, Sisuk, Narith, Patrick, and then Patrick's other account right here, total of 6,894. Great work, Patrick. Anyone else here? Cheryl locked in a total of 1,784. Nice work, Cheryl. And Narith again over here, another couple thousand in profit. Yeah, definitely. Great profit, guys. Clyde again locked in another one, total of 3,304. Nice work, Clyde. Dang, just getting it up. Jose said I got Trinidad trading too. She made like $500 yesterday. Let's go. Nice. So my cousin Jose over here, he got his wife trading, right? So we got the whole family trading, guys. This is what I like to see. I like to see like when like one person joins in and then they bring their family members in here, right? Like Patricia. You guys have seen Patricia. Her son trades with us as well. You guys have seen Brittany. Like Brittany comes with her sisters and her husband, or I don't know if it's Brittany's husband, but I know there's like another person in that mix that comes in. We got the whole Gallo family in here as well. Everyone here is killing it, guys. So it's good to see everyone here doing well. And it's good to see a lot of family members just, killing it with each other, because this is a skill that you can teach to anybody. You can literally teach it to your grandma. We have grandmas in here, grandmas and grandpas. It doesn't matter what age you are, you can still learn how to trade. And this could go on forever pretty much. So other than that, let me see if I'm missing anything else here. RJ over here locked in a total of 4,155. Great work, RJ. Killed it. So as you guys can see, RJ's consistency here has been it's been incredible, guys. So if you guys remember, so RJ first messaged me on July 8th, right? July 8th, RJ is like, hey, Shawn, I want to trade with you. I want to learn this stuff. He signed up for K2 from July 8th. He was making like smaller profits, right? He was blowing accounts left to right. And it happens, people blow accounts when they just get started. So like RJ's like first profits here, these are all his questions. He has basic questions. How do you add an alert? How do you set up the indicators? How do you set this stuff up? RJ's only been with us for like 2-3 months from July 13th. Looking at RJ's profits here, RJ went from making negative 2,000, like negative days every single day, right? To a week after that, right? He made 9,000. So he went from having negative days here on July 22nd to July 27th, 9,000 in profit. July 29th, 5,000 in profit. July 30th, 12,000 profit. Now today, I told RJ to like kind of take it down a little bit and, be a little more consistent with his trades. So now he's making like 4,000 a day, 4,000 yesterday, 7,000 the day before that. And you can see the consistency here, right? So definitely great work, RJ, with your consistency. Every day he's making a couple $1,000. RJ is basically retired at this point. And that's why he joined K2. So it's good to see everyone here killing it, guys. I see people join K2 for a couple months and then their trading just does complete opposite. They're losing, blowing accounts every single day. They join K2, they learn strategies that we do. They're consistent, disciplined, and this is what happens. It's a game changer for everybody, but it's not for everybody, right? So there's no pressure for you guys to join K2, but if you guys are here, you guys can reap the benefits. So Eunice here as well, he's up 643 for the day. Nice work, Eunice. And then his other account right here, he's up 144. Great work, Eunice, on both accounts. Over here, Maddie was only taking lots, but he locked in a total of 639. Great work, Maddie. If you took a 10 lot there, this would have been a 6,000, but it's all good. You'll bounce back with the other ones. So other than that, I think that's it for now. Okay, so we got Seymour over here. His first trade was K2. He locked in a total of 5,880 for the day. So great work, bro. Yeah, definitely great work right there. Looks like you've been trading some Bitcoin, some gold, and then some US 30 with us right here. Total of 5,880 for the day. Nice work. All right, and that Adrian here as well. So let me see if there's any other trades here before we continue on. So I think that's it. There's no other trades here. It's getting close to 8 o'clock. So at this point, I think I'm pretty much done for the day. And you can see prices just consolidating now. It's not really a good time to be trading anyways. Lastly, we got Adrian over here. He said being very All right, guys, looks like I'm reconnected. Sorry, internet connectivity issues, stupid weather here in California. It's cold. Whenever it gets cold here in California, then internet connection always gets bad. All right, anyway, so going back to what I was saying earlier, Adrian here, he said that he was trading very carefully, but he still locked in a total of 657 for the day. So that's good. Andre over here as well. Andre sent his profits in, locked in a total of 3,357. So as you guys can see, there's like 100 people that already went over this list. I save everyone's profits. So as you see right here, here's the timestamp for today. These are all the profits from just this morning, like literally just this morning. I'm probably going to have to send 2 posts of profits because there's just too many to share today. And Donnie here as well. So Donnie over here, he said, first day on FTMO, good start on a bad day. So it was a risky day, but he still locked some profit in. Those are his first profits right here off the his FTMO challenge. So great work there, guys. There was an entry right here that was available. Unfortunately, we missed it. It's okay because my internet connection went out. So this would be the trade right there. Deswell is asking, he said, morning, did I miss the trade? Yeah, Deswell, unfortunately you missed the trade, but we all took it. So that's what I made this 5,000 off right here. So big congrats to Deswell if you caught it. And big thank you to Deswell because Deswell is the one that brought this strategy up to us, the 3-minute strategy. And that's the one that we've been applying, we've been practicing to apply. Austin's asking, do the numbers translate exactly? It doesn't. Every broker values or the pricing is always going to be different for each asset. So it's not going to vary too much. It's probably going to vary by like a little bit, maybe like 10 or 20 points, some like maybe up to 100 points, but or not points, but pips. So pricing is either going to vary by like a few pips or a few points, just depending on like which broker you're using, Austin. But TD Ameritrade has pretty accurate data, if you're wondering. All right, let me check the Zoom real quick. If there's anything else here. All right, just want to make sure I didn't miss anything before I log off for the day. So so Coach TJ said, do you think a big short is coming for US 30 and everything going on fundamentally? I don't know, we've been anticipating that for a long time, CJ, but it just hasn't happened yet. So, I mean, that's why I moved to scalping, right? I don't really swing trade because I don't want to have any big losses. And I don't want to intraday trade as well. But for scalping, it's like we make the trades here and there. So like we're literally in and out within a few minutes. So it doesn't really affect us that much. But I do think it's going to happen eventually. Yeah, no, definitely. Deswell said, man, I'm afraid to trade on Fridays. LOL. I'm glad everyone won. Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks for the tip, Deswell. We're going to keep testing that as we continue to move on forward. Dejan said, well, Shawn's smiling from ear. I love to see it. No, exactly. I mean, accidental 5Ks is something definitely to smile about. Al said accountability partners. No, definitely. We all keep each other accountable here. Maddie said, man, I should have used a normal lot size. Profits would have been crazy. No, exactly. Billy's asking, hey, Q2, how do you pass the 100K challenge? You pass it by making profit. I mean, I don't know what is your question, like, how do you pass it or how do we pass it? Because we just take the trades that we do every day, like everything that we take on the live session, that's basically what we take. And that's how people pass their FTMOs. And we have people pass FTMO here every single day at K2. So like if I scroll up over here, there's a lot of people here who have passed their FTMO with us. So like, for example, I think there was one person that passed it yesterday, like right here, right? Kevin, he passed his FTMO right there. All passed because he takes the trades that we take here. I mean, there's a lot of people here who take it. So like again, right here, Seth, he passes FTMO right there. I mean, everyone passes their FTMO here. So it's like, it's hard not to pass it. Jerry too here. So Jerry passes second FTMO right there. I mean, we just take the trades that we take here. We apply the K2 strategies. That's how we pass FTMO. We reach profit goals, keep risk within parameters, and that's how we pass it. All right, let me scroll down a little bit. Let's see. Emmanuel said I only made 600 today, but I was being safe because of Friday, but still happy. No, exactly. Profit's profit, guys. Whether it's whether it's a big profit or a small profit, that's all that really matters off there. Let's see. Peter's asking, K2 is where cartel type money is made with that moving product. Exactly right. No, 100% Peter. Falcon's asking, Shawn, out of just curiosity, if TMO gave you, they haven't given that split out yet. Falcon, they've announced it, but they haven't given it out yet. And I haven't scaled my accounts because the thing is, before I had combined accounts and then I split them up. So you have the ability to combine your accounts or split them up. What I did was I split my accounts up and that resets the process. The reason why I split them up is because some days I want to trade on a risky day. And what I can do is I can close one position off one account and then the other account, I can keep it running. So I split my position, I split my accounts. I don't know, like this month, I think, or last month, whenever I started posting 2 profits, like when I started posting 2 profits with each trade, that's when I split it. And it takes a while for you to scale it up. Like you need to have those accounts running for like, I think 6 months or so before they'll scale you up. They don't just scale you up like off the next month. You have to be consistent. So 6 months from when I split it, that's when I have the opportunity to scale it back up. But what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking about combining them back together. So if I combine them back together, it's going to reset the process, right? Just combine them back together and then use a smaller lot size so that I don't have to use a copier. Because the problem with the copier is that sometimes it, the copier, sometimes it doesn't copy all the trades. So I could want to just trade it on one account, but use a smaller lot size. So 4 months or something like that. That's how it works. I haven't been around, like it hasn't been scaled up for that long. So I just split it up like about a month ago. So depending on what I want to do, I need to figure out whether I want to combine them back together to a bigger account. Because that way, if I combine them together, I can scale them at a bigger scale, right? If you're scaling a 400K account, it's better than scaling a 200K account, obviously. So that's what I might do. You know, it's going to be a long-term process, but it's going to be worth it long-term. But I don't think they've rolled it out yet. There's just been an update that they've given. All right, so let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Emmanuel said, okay, well, I'm just going to scroll down. Looks like you guys are having side convos here, which is okay. CJ's asking what part of Cali do you live in, moving there soon. So I live like in between LA and Orange County. I currently live in Orange County, but I'm trying to buy a house. So I don't know where I'm going to be. I'm probably not going to be in LA, but I'm probably going to be around Orange County or like South Orange County, somewhere around that area. But yeah, I live in Southern California, not on the northern side. Emmanuel said, all right, I'm going to skip through these. Looks like a lot of you guys are taking other side combos. Ellis said, thanks for today. I'm out. Yeah, definitely, Ellis. I'll see you on Monday. Let's see. Emmanuel said, you're out here making salary in a day. Amazing. But yes, yes, sir. K2 is real. Yeah, no, exactly. Or Donnie said, or to Miami, or Palm Trees is better. Yeah, no, exactly. I've been wanting to move to Miami, Donnie, but I just never made the move. I've never been there on that side of the US. So yeah, no, definitely. I'm probably gonna take a trip out there just to see how I like it, because I do want to. I kind of want to have a change of scenery. I've been in California like my whole life, so it's either here or Miami, which is basically like California but with like crazier storms. Falcon's asking price bounce or. Well, today's Friday, Falcon, so I'm not really expecting a mid-market reversal today, because the thing is, it can literally do whatever it wants, you know, on a Friday. So let's check the fundamentals real quick and refresh this. British lawmaker dies after stabbing attack. So breaking news right here. I'm not sure who this is, but yeah, that's crazy. British lawmaker David Ames has died after being stabbed multiple times on Friday at a church. Damn, that's crazy. At a church. Jeez, that's nuts. Yeah, and another reason why I don't think like we don't have a specific way of price moving, Falcon, is because we have Fed member Williams speaking at 9. So in about 2 hours, Fed member Williams is going to speak. So even though we're supposed to have that mid-market reversal, what could happen is price could just reverse, and then, you know, it won't do what it's supposed to, or it has a mid-market reversal, because he's going to speak here at 9, which is mid-market. So when the mid-market reversal is supposed to happen, we do have Fed member Williams speaking, and it's medium news. So he's going to be talking about the economy. So I probably wouldn't be trading at all, but I mean, if you want to trade, you can look for it, but I don't think there's going to be anything specific. Yeah. No, it's probably a smart move, Falcon. Falcons had got it, just walked away from the terminal. I agree. I'm gonna walk away too. So like once I'm done answering these questions, I'm just gonna log off and I'm gonna be done for the day. I made enough profit for the day, so I'm gonna go enjoy my day and just enjoy my profits. So other than that, let's see if there's anything else that I missed here. Peter said, imagine how much more money you'll keep paying way less taxes in Florida versus Cali. Yeah, I know, but everything I know is in Cali. So like instead of me thinking about saving money, I'm just gonna go and make more money, right? That's a real boss move there. The boss move is to make more money, not to think about saving money. It's about making more money, right? So if I want to live here, I'll just make more money and live here. That's what it really is. I don't have to go move. Like if I want to live in Hawaii, I'll go live in Hawaii because I'll go make money to live out there. I don't got to move to Florida just to save money. I'll live wherever I want to live and then just make more money. That's how you guys should see it, right? I see a lot of people use that excuse. They move to Texas, they move to Arizona, they move to Vegas because they think they're going to save money off taxes, but then it sucks out there. There's nothing to do. I'd rather live here in California. So that's how you guys should see things, right? And I'm not trying to be like, I don't know what the word is for this. Like, I'm not trying to like say like that's how it should be, but that's really how it should be, guys. You guys should expect things, right? If you want to live somewhere, just work harder to live there. For me, I like California. I do like Miami. Don't get me wrong. I like Miami. I probably would live there temporarily or for vacation, but I don't think I'd live there long term. You guys got some crazy hurricanes out there, man. I'm not trying to get my house lifted off the ground. We have earthquakes here, but we don't have those we don't have thunderstorms and we don't have hurricanes over here. But no, definitely, guys. So I think that's it for the day, guys. Hopefully, you guys had a good laugh. You guys had fun here. If you guys had any benefit from this live stream, if you guys can just like the stream or leave a like somewhere, just to help us find more people that need help trading, right? I'm here to have fun with you guys. I'm here to keep this community going. The only way we'll keep this going is if we have continued members who continue to keep joining us and helping each other grow. Like for example, here on the 3 minute, if Deswell didn't find me on Instagram like 2 years ago, then we would have never had the strategy, right? We never would have thought about this 3 minute strategy. But Deswell just randomly found me on Instagram or YouTube, and then he started trading with us and he figured out the strategy. Then he shared the strategy with us. So thanks to Deswell being part of the community, we were able to take this nice win today, right? If Deswell wasn't part of the group, I wouldn't have locked in this 5,000 this morning. So thank you, Deswell, and thanks everybody here for doing your part. Otherwise, have a great weekend. And if you guys do have questions, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help you guys out. If I don't respond to you guys by today, I'll respond to you by tomorrow. If not by tomorrow, I'll respond to you by, this weekend. So other than that, guys, have a great weekend. Be safe. And if you guys don't need to trade, I recommend you don't, because there is news coming up shortly. Fed member Williams is going to be speaking at 9. So I don't want you guys to be blowing your account. I don't want you guys to be making all of this profit with me during live session. And then I go off live and then I come back and then you guys lost all the profit, because I've seen that happen a lot of times. So a last roundabout for profits here, Kyle locked in a total of 1,196. Nice work, Kyle. Dale locked in a total of 503. Nice work, Dale. And I think that's it. All right, guys, and Jerry here locked in a total of 2,495. Great work, Jerry. So other than that, guys, I think that's it. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you guys back here on Monday when the market reopens.